Today I'm going to share with you how I curl my hair like this. It's pretty like effortless, beachy, kind of has that like Victoria's Secret vibe in my mind, but they're really easy. I'll show you how to do it. For this look, we're going to use an 1.25" curling iron. Mine is from Hot Tools. We're going to curl our hair in 2 sections, so pin the top half of your hair out of your face. I pin from about my temples up using a plastic clip. Working in about 2-inch sections, I curl all of my hair away from my face. So I generally curl the underlayer pretty close to the root, and then I leave like the bottom 2 inches or so out of the curling iron while I wait for the curl to warm up and curl my hair. Then when the curl is ready, I loosen the barrel and then kind of pull my hair down straight, and then make sure that I run that curling iron over the last 2 inches that I left exposed. This way it kind of smooths out the bottom 2 inches of my hair and gives it kind of a cleaner look. So I just pull and then kind of run the bottom 2 inches through that curling iron. I find curling my hair like this, where I kind of tug at the curl, gives me more of a wave versus a full-bodied curl, and it kind of gives you that beachy vibe more than big round curls, which is what I'm going for. So repeat that all the way around your head. Like I said, I always curl away from my face, and I do them all in the same direction. There's no alternating, just the right side is away from my face, and then the left side I curl away from my face. I try not to run my fingers through these curls. I like to let them set this way or cool this way. Then I move on to the top half. I take down the area that I had pinned. I generally part it into 2 separate sides to make sure that I get all the hair in the back and kind of work in 2 top sections. That way I just don't miss hair from the back, I find. So you're going to do exactly what you did with the underlayer. I generally work in a little bit smaller of sections on the top half, and then I keep some space between the curl and my roots, usually about 3 to 4 inches. I don't want it to go all the way up to my roots, and then I pull it through the ends, again like I did on the under part. Again, I'm just curling my hair away from my face, all in the same direction on each side. As I move closer to the front of my hair, I curl the barrel all the way up to my roots. But I still leave the bottom 2 inches or so out of the curling iron. So for the last section right by my face, I like for my bend or the curl to happen right at the top of my cheekbone, kind of an extension of my bangs. So I place the curling iron there, and then I kind of just spin the hair around the curling iron in that spot so that I know that I get that bend in the spot that I'm looking for. Now do the same thing that you just did on the right side on the left side. Once you've curled all of your hair, it's important to let it cool so it kind of sets that curl for us before we comb it out and run our fingers through it. So after it's cool, run your fingers through it. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory, but this just kind of breaks it up and I think gives it a bit more of a relaxed wave that I really like. Once I've run my fingers through it and kind of blended all the curls together, I'm going to look for any flat spots on the top of my hair. And I take real small sections, and using the same curling iron and curling it away from my face, I curl it all the way up to my roots. I feel like this just gives it a little bit dimension, and so that it doesn't look so flat on the top, and it just gives it a little bit more texture near the roots. And I do this about 2-3 times on each side, a couple in the back, and then let them cool again. So once these little bits have cooled, then run your fingers through it again. It should kind of give it a little bit more texture and body near the roots of your hair, I find. When I do this look on freshly cleaned blow-dried hair, like I did here, I like to add a sea salt spray just to kind of give it some added texture, and it gives you more of that like beach wave vibe. Then we're going to set the whole look with some hairspray. How I like to apply hairspray is kind of pull apart my layers and then spray up into the hair instead of directly on the surface. I feel like it gives it more texture and body, and then puts the hairspray throughout the hair, not just the outer top layer. And then, being that it's winter right now, I give a little spritz to my bangs because, I don't know, everything is just so staticky right now, and it helps to keep them from going like a little crazy. And then run your fingers through it, kind of give it some texture and body, and you're all done. It looks a little wild at first, but it kind of relaxes throughout the day. But I like it for it to look that like kind of effortless, wild, beachy wave. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!